things as usual. I like to make sure everything looks good for quality control of the stream. Well, that's going on. Today's stream is going to be all about some game dev. Now, I've been doing game dev for a very, very long time. Game dev was actually my very, very first form of programming, and that was probably a good 15 years ago. So, what I started off with was Java, C++, and VB.NET. VB.NET because it was easy and I could quickly put up a form and do some stuff, pop-ups and stuff like that. Where Java, I could do a little bit of that, and C++ was like purely a console app. So it took a very long time for me to actually get into game dev, and mainly because it was really hard to do at the time. This was like, gosh, 2000. Well, I said 15 years, but when I officially got into like a lot of strong game dev was probably around 2008, 2009. And it wasn't the traditional route, which was C++, even though I eventually got into C++. I used excuse me. I used a program called Dark Basic Professional, and that was created by the GameCreators.com. Giving out a little free plug here, but they definitely increased the quality of my life with game development. I know there's Unity, there's Unreal, I understand both of those, but I don't know, I just kind of got stuck on making your own game through like C++ or their version of the programming language. Man, I broke my first rule, and that is to bring some water. If you haven't seen my last stream, I was saying my rule is to bring some water. But anyways, because my throat keeps on getting all weird. So let me see here. I guess what I'll do is I'll continue on with the stream for a little bit, and I'm gonna go get some water really quick and come back. But so as you can see here on the screen, I don't think I need this open. I think I'm all good. I want to keep it open just for like, oops, don't want that. Just want to keep it open for any viewers that join and want to chat. I can see the chat. What the heck? There, that's good. Okay, so with Dark Basic Pro, it was done in a language that was based off of the basic syntax, where you got gotos, go subs, all that stuff. A lot of people don't like gotos, and I forgot the reason why, but I think isn't like basic procedural or something. Well, I don't know about that. But anyway, so Dark Basic Pro was based off of sort of like Visual Basic, and it was purely for game dev, which was absolutely crazy. Having a basic language being used for game dev was absolutely crazy. Like, you would suspect you got C++, maybe some Java. Back then, JavaScript wasn't really like you obviously you can make games on JavaScript, but a lot of people were. It's not like it is now with 3.js, if you know what that is, and HTML5. But so but anyways, back to what I was getting to was there's this thing called App Game Kit, which is now App Game Studio, and it has the exact same principles as Dark Basic, but first of all, it's updated. Dark Basic Pro was like 2008, I think, somewhere around there. And with the App Game Studio, it uses the Vulkan engine for graphics and shaders and stuff, so you get a lot of really cool stuff. I think it also has ray tracing, and it's absolutely stupid how easy this language is. To be honest, I haven't tried the App Game Kit Studio just yet, but I heard it's practically the same thing as App Game Kit, which I've made a few apps on. And yes, it does support mobile apps. It also supports PC, Mac, Linux, all that fun stuff. So yeah, let's start figuring this stuff out, since it's my first time really using this. And the whole entire point of this this live stream is to create a video game. Just a really cool video game I'll be working on, and you guys could probably learn a few things. I understand this is not industry based, but it's a really cool thing to get into, and I'm definitely hoping to do a few of these live streams or videos. For my last live stream, I was working on Node.js and also MySQL, and that I'll be continuing, but I figure I'd kind of shift or switch up some things here and there, and that maybe the next live stream I'll be able to get into Node.js and all that fun stuff. But also another thing to say, I got Patreon, I got that stuff going on, and also for a little teaser here, let's make sure, because I do have to view myself a little bit. Got this baby right here. It is something I got off of eBay. Been huge into robotics. If I got a shirt right here that has like a bear that is also robotic. That's actually from a college I went to. I was part of the software team for making a robot win this competition for like all-terrain automatic autonomous robots to go around some terrain and avoid objects. We won first place a couple times, so that was pretty cool. And they had like other states, other countries, people from Japan and all that stuff, so that was really fun. The college I went to was Oakland University in Michigan. It's probably the most information I'm going to give you. I'm not going to tell you anything like personal, but it's a cool college. Worked there 3 years as an actual employee, not a student employee. And that's where I learned .NET and ASP.NET, so that was really fun. But expect to see this guy pretty soon in my live streams, because I'm working with some Arduino, Raspberry Pi. I'm going to get a Nuke NUC computer to put on it, which is going to be fun. But anyways, let's get cracking on this and create a new project. So I'm actually kind of curious what type of game I would make. So I'm going to start off with saying some dynamics I want in my video game. And also I should clarify, I'll probably have this out for sale. I guess you could technically go into these live streams I'm doing. I might do some code outside of the live stream, but I'm gonna definitely post some examples that show how I actually built this game. But I do eventually want to make a game and put it out there. I'm not gonna like be like, oh, $60 for this game. No, something simple like a few dollars or so on and so forth. Nothing too crazy or anything like that. But either way, you can look at the live streams I'm going to do on this. You can learn how to code with that. I'll put examples. I'm working on my website. And basically the website's going to have like forums, going to have area you can see my live stream. There's going to be, I don't know if I just said this, but examples to put on there that you can go to the GitHub or see live forms of it. Like I'm working on a Node.js and Vue example that you can go to the actual GitHub and be like, oh, that's cool. You can download the code and you can try it out. I'm thinking about doing it on WordPress, and I have it on GoDaddy at the moment, which is kind of nice. I would do .NET, but .NET is not the best thing in the world to publish to certain sites. But anyways, I need to start going on this. I keep on getting sidetracked with news and stuff, so I guess that makes sense because it is a Q&A. But anyways, where was I going with this? Oh yeah, the video game I'm wanting to create. I'm not really for sure what type of storyline. I'm not really for sure if it's going to be an RPG or a first person shooter. Well, I want it to definitely be like a sandbox game. That's a really big one for me. I want a video game. Doesn't have to look the best in the world, but I'm going to try my best to make it look professional. But I'm going to try to add in really cool economic systems, really good AI, maybe even machine learning if I can, if this is capable of doing that. If not, I might have to add on a secondary program that runs along with it, maybe a Windows service or something. But I want to make it where you can create things, you can craft things. There's definitely some combat, almost like an MMO type of thing, but not your traditional MMO. I'm not really for sure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build like the foundation of the code and everything, and make it so I can like move around in a 3D space and so on and so forth before I really get deep into the game type stuff or the storyline, stuff like that. But if you want to comment, if you want to add in on this, watch my live streams or comment on the videos, what direction you want this to go, because it's definitely something really fun that I like doing. So so I guess for now we're going to call it let me see. I'm not really for sure of a name, actually. I guess I could call it whatever I want to later on. This is not determining what the actual name of the game is. But I could do... This is going to sound so cheesy, but... The Grand Adventure. Again, this is not set in stone. I can definitely switch this up a bit and see how it goes. Let me see, am I like too bright? I think I am. Can I dim the lights a bit? Yeah, a little better. So anyways, folder. I guess that's good. Put me right there. Great project. Oh my gosh. Look at that. It's like little tiny scribbles. Oh man, the problems with the 4K screen. Let me see how that looks. Yeah, it looks atrocious. Jeez. Okay, so let's fix this. Change font. Okay, that's a lot better. Well, that's definitely a lot more readable. So, anyways, I like how they have the AGC extension still, which is kind of nice. Because with the app game kit, it had the same extension for their code. Okay, so it's literally the exact same syntax as app game kit. It probably just has some extensions to it. So just to kind of go over how this works, like if I were to, let me see, build, run. I don't know if you can see that. You can see that probably. It literally just takes the frames per second and prints it, and that's it. So, kind of give you, like, I'll go through this in a second, but I will just tell you how simple this language is. And, like, I understand, like, there is actually, like, you can look through assets and stuff through here. I don't know how to do that just yet since I just started this up. Like, you got some quick links over here, like Vulkan and OpenGL, principles, language, guides, commands. Let's go through the commands. Wow, this is really nice, this little help area. You got core, like get pause, get orientation. Can you go back? Commands. Get object bone angle X. Yeah, skybox command, set skybox horizon. Color. Delete shader, get shader exists. All this stuff. Or some like easy ones. Oh yeah, create object box, create object capsule. Oh. Cone, cylinder, height map. Yeah, you can create an object from a height map. Create object from raw height map. All sorts of this stuff. You got sphere, delete object tree. Crazy stuff. So I'm going to do create object. Holy crap, look at this. That is fancy. Like, I know that for for any other ID this is kind of normal, but from what I was coming from with the app game kit, my gosh, this is awesome. I'm not trying to endorse these guys either. I just really like their software. Box 1, 10, 10. You got width, you got height, and you got length. Okay, so let me see if that displays something. If not, I might have to add in a camera. Oh, I'm dumb. Okay, yeah, don't put that in the loop. Don't want to create a million of the same object with the same ID. So if we just run it, there you go, you got a cube. You know how quick that was? Like, I understand with some of these game engines, you can just place a cube and you're all good, and you texture, blah, 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 all in 2 seconds. And that's great and all. Like, I enjoy that. But the thing is, I like a little bit of control over my stuff. I like it where it's pure programming. And here's the crazy part. This is just tier 1. Tier 2 is where you can actually program natively. So you can program C++, Java, all that stuff. Java would be for Android. C++ would be like Windows. Be Windows and probably Linux. I'm not really for sure if they use Objective-C for Mac, which I can't believe they're still... Well, I know they use Swift. So I don't know if they actually integrate that into Swift. But yeah, I remember when this used to support the Ouya, I can't say it right, the little game console thing. Ran on Android. Oh yeah, they also, this is a very important thing too, they support Raspberry Pi with the GPIO. Basically allows it so you can have a game, run a game, and you can have like, they have the I/O pins. So you can make a console, which is great. Especially with the brand new Raspberry Pi 4. That's some crazy stuff. That's some really, really fun stuff. But anyways, back to this. So to kind of explain some of these things, set error mode basically makes certain errors that don't show up. I think error mode, I don't even know. Yeah, it doesn't really say it. I think error mode 0 means avoid or don't even like show any zero or any errors at all. I think 2 is like just show generic errors or something. We got the set window size, so I could probably just do get device width, get device height. That's the window size though. Do I want that, or I also want the virtual get device width. Get device height. Let me see, I forgot what the 0 is. Oh, you gotta go. Oh, that's full screen. We don't want full screen. Allow oversized. 0 and 0. We don't want oversized. Set window, allow resize. Set virtual resolution. So the virtual resolution is what you would alter inside the video game. Like if you want a certain resolution, things will look big and like kind of crappy, and higher resolutions make it look really small and a lot better. It also does help that the actual window is bigger too in resolution. We got set sync rate 30. Let's try 60. I'll have to change that later on though. Set virtual resolution, set orientation allowed, set sync rate. I have heard that set resolution mode to 1 makes things higher quality. We can probably look that up. Set resolution. Oops. Right there. Some platforms have high resolution screens, such as the iPad. This function determines how those platforms display their content. You have the choice of mode 1, which will use a full resolution frame buffer that will look better, or mode 0 that will use a smaller resolution frame buffer, usually half sized. So I was right saying that 2:1 is really good. If you're on a mobile device that's a lot slower, you probably want to put that at 0. Use default fonts. I think that just makes the fonts look nice without you having to put an extra custom font. So let's see how it looks now. Cancel, run. Definitely looks a lot smoother, I think. Okay, so we got that. One more graphics thing. Set. You can see it actually has a ad mob, Amazon ad, and I think I thought there was one more. Set interactive details. I also have interactive for like advertisements, so you can put advertisements in your app. But that's not what I was looking for. I can't even say this. Anti-Alice mode. So set anti-Alice mode. Set, and man, this is so great with the little help thing there. Okay, sets whether the device should use anti-aliasing when rendering to the back buffer. Currently, this only applies to OpenGL on Windows, Mac, and Linux, and only 4 times multi-sampling is available. This does not apply to any objects drawn to an image with set render to image, which is really cool. You can actually, I think you can use a second camera to like record something, and you can put whatever that camera is recording. And what I mean by recording, I mean a virtual camera that sees, like you seeing that cube is a camera. You as a character, your view of seeing stuff is a camera. So you can have multiple cameras in different areas. So you can set a second camera to look at a scenery and project that on a 2-dimensional plane in a 3-dimensional world. Or you could put it anywhere else you want to, like on your screen or whatever. So it kind of simulates how like cameras work, but like actual cameras in a virtual world, which is kind of cool. But so yeah, there's that too, which is a really fun thing. Let me see, run. That looks pretty smooth. Okay, so we got the graphics all set up. Let me see here. So we got the anti-alias, we got the cube. Now let's try to get some camera functions in here. Okay, so set camera data. Now I understand that this could get a little screwy a little bit because it is basic practically. You can import multiple pages to your program, but yeah, I think it must I don't even know how this. Like, I know that it uses a custom bytecode and interpreter to export it as an app or wherever. And actually, you know what? I know I got a little sidetracked here, but you can also broadcast this thing on your mobile device, which is a really cool thing. You just simply download the app for your phone, you press that, and it automatically goes to your phone. You can play around on your phone. Actually, you know what? Let me see if I could do this really quick for the stream. I might have to download an app, and I got 10% battery life, so I don't know how that's going to go, but let's see how it goes. Let's see. No, not that. Okay, so I do have to update this thing. Okay, so while that's updating, let me see here. We were going to have, I don't know why I deleted that, set camera data. So, let me see here. We're probably going to have global cam x equals 0, global cam y equals 0, global cam z equals 0. So if get raw key state w equals 1. Forgot how to do this. Move camera local x y, no, x y z, or is it I'm just gonna play around with this a little bit, and I'm going to see, I think it's 0, how that will work. Okay, so just to kind of explain part of this code that I'm doing, I have a function here that I'm currently creating right here, and it is set camera data not having any form of arguments, and then if get raw key state ASCII W, which converts the key to a number, an ASCII number, equal to 1. So if I'm pressing down W, and for some reason you need capital W unless I changed it, but if you're pressing down the W, then move camera local X by 3 per second. So I'm just going to copy and paste this stuff. So we got the traditional S A D. So this would be -3, and I'm just gonna go with Y. I don't know if that's the. Oh wait a second, no it isn't. It's Z. It's Z. I remember now. So that will be like that. So this is negative. Then we do an end function to close off the function, and I'm just going to set camera data. It's cool that they add that, and let's see if it works. No, don't run that. Wait a second, compiled failed. Invalid argument. Oh, this is what happens when you don't program in BASIC that often. Okay, camera 0 doesn't exist, so it's camera 1. Probably another thing too, probably good to create a function, get debug info, and trust me, this will be probably one of the biggest things that you could definitely work on. So we do want to have a global variable for debug, and that will be 1 for now. If debug is equal to 1, then, and this is going to take a while, print C. So print C is basically it allows you to print out text or numbers or whatever onto the screen without a return or a new line at the end. Where print has a new print has a new line at the end. So we're going to say, oops, camera X, camera pose X. Get camera X1. Oh, I should also note that this is not heavily case sensitive. It's probably a good thing to say. And also, if you're a little confused on why the cube went away, is because the camera is in a fixed position if there's no movement in the actual camera itself. If that makes any sense. I'm kind of concentrating, coding, and talking at the same time. I actually used to do tutorials on this program back in the day when it first came out with the app Game Kit. And this is the newer version. Came out a couple months ago. Pre-ordered it, and here I am. Okay. And function, if I can spell it right. That's all good. Get CL. What the heck is get CL? It doesn't even show it here. What the heck is get CL? Like, what the heck is this? Okay. I should also note that there's augmentative reality in this. I can't think. There's augmentative reality in this programming language. I think at the moment it's only supported for iPhone and Android, but hopefully that might come to the computer sometime. Let me see. Got DASW, got all that. Get debug info. Save all that fun stuff. Build and run. So at least now we know. Okay, wow, it goes really quick, doesn't it? That's the thing, I don't know where the box went, so let me do one command for set camera range, and this basically makes it so you can see it very, very far away. Oh yeah, crap, I keep on forgetting. Wait, what? Camera 0. Oh, I can't put 1 there. So this is basically camera ID, the minimum you can see, and then the farthest you can see. That's basically what that is. I don't know why there's a minimum. I don't know why that's like that. It's like it's tilted. Where's my box? Okay. The interesting part is that it's actually kind of moving both that and that. Okay, so is it cam X or yeah, it is cam X. Equals get camera position, get camera X, and then cam Z, get camera Z is 1, and then set camera position 1, cam X 0, this might actually do 100, cam Z, and that prevents me from floating upwards since I'm moving the local camera. So if my angle is slightly off, if I go to Z, it'll go upwards also. So it's good to keep Y at ground level unless you're like flying or floating somewhere. So okay, so that's stuck there. What the heck is the... Let me figure out where my box is. So I'm going to copy all that crap. I'm just gonna do this so I can match it up and find it. Prove to you that I'm not like, well, I don't know why I need to prove to you, but to show you that I'm actually moving. Failed to get position. Oh, are you kidding me? Ha! No wonder I couldn't see it. Oh man, that's going to be a fun one. Okay, so I have to actually create it again. It's gonna be a doozy. Create object box. So 100 and 100. That's why I couldn't find it. So oh, look at there. Okay, I did get this wrong. Yeah, wrong keys. Okay, so this is Z, that's Z, that's X, and that's X. Okay, so now that we got that all situated, so I'll go up here, and this will be 100, and if get raw key state of ASCII, or I don't know what on earth shift is. Let me see if they actually have something for this. Okay, I might have to search up something here. Oh yeah, I should probably show this demonstration. So hopefully this works. Let's see, do I got everything? Okie doke. Build, broadcast, if statement. Oh. didn't want to do that. Awesome. Look at this stuff. Let me make sure. Getting all sorts of. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let me try to dim that. It's the actual game, and I don't think I can't do anything on it because it's not developed for my actual phone, it's for the computer. So you can actually broadcast this over Wi-Fi and you can test it out on your phone, which I think is absolutely amazing. So one of the main reasons why I actually like this software so much. So continuing on with this, the one thing I was going to look up is I don't know what the ASCII numbers are for the actual shift in space, because I do want to move upwards and stuff like that. ASCII table. What is shift in and shift out? I just want shift. Space is 32, so 32 equals space. I guess shift in? Let's shift in 15. And then 15 equals shift. Let's see how that works. So to create comments, you use rem. Comments it out. Ugh. Back gets stiff after a while. So if, keep on doing that, I don't need that. If get raw key state of 32 equals 1, and that's space, so this needs to be cam y equals cam y plus 1. I want to change these to 2 because I was a bit fast. Change that to 2. If get raw key state 15 equals 1, you got cam y equals cam y minus 2 and if. Okay, so we move back, we do that. Shift does nothing, but space does stuff. So that shift was not correct. So let's try 14. Oops. Yeah, that's right. 14 will probably work. No, it doesn't. What the heck? Let me look at this again. But this time I'm just going to look up shift key. Come on, load. This Stack Overflow got -2. One answer. There is no ASCII key for the shift key. You can refer to the ASCII table found here. I think what you're being confused about is the ASCII table. There's values of or E and F and hex, which are used many years ago, which are rarely used anymore. Wow, okay. So let me see if there's Git keyboard exists. Oh, I hope keyboard exists. Git raw okay. Well, maybe I have to do something else for going up and down. Let me look at the ASCII key table again. I don't want to escape. I have space. Oh man, this is gonna kind of suck. What's next to the space? Do I have tab? I guess tab would be okay. Where's the tab? Oh, excuse you. My computer just did some beeps. Carriage return. Horizontal tab. I didn't even know there was a vertical tab. Horizontal tab is 9. I guess I'm using tab. Git raw key state 9 equals that will be that. So let's run it. Yay. So it looks like space and tab work just fine. Get to move around, and we have our little cube here. So good stuff. So let me see here. What do I got? It's pretty good for live stream so far. I guess I'll take a break from the actual coding. Here I will let you kind of glance at the code there. So let me see. Am I still in the shot? Okay, cool. So yeah, I've been actually kind of working a little bit on how I want to present my YouTube and everything. Right now, every other day I've been doing a live stream, which is cool and all, and I definitely love doing it. I want to start doing it once a day instead of every other day. But I also want to try to get into the pure video making, because I know that's going to help me a lot compared to just purely the live streams. Been working a little bit on social media. I told you I've been working on the website, and right now I'm trying to get some ideas together. So far, I'm going to do like some very basic ones, like top 5 programming languages I like, and so on and so forth. Probably do some videos on like building my robot, for example. Going to be attaching, if you check out my Instagram, which is Parker Bidigare, Bidigare, you get to see like cool images of me having this touchscreen connected to a Raspberry Pi, which I'm gonna probably put this program on this Raspberry Pi to have this work, and I can like do some cool stuff with it. To attach it to this thing, it's not exactly going to look like that, but it's going to have like a few things. It'll be a little taller, so you can like look down and like do stuff with it. It's kind of cool. I might actually have some vision processing. Hopefully in a little while I'll get a new camera. I can use this camera as the vision processing, but yeah, I'm going to try to work on some of that stuff. I know this live stream, even though I think this is really cool and really good program, yeah, it's kind of casual right now, but essentially what I'm wanting to do with this is I'll probably post the code, like I'll post the code on GitHub. I'll post the exported program to GitHub. The problem is, if you're going to use this code, you are going to have to buy their software. I think there's a free trial you can do. I believe that is within, I believe that is on either Steam or their website, which is thegamecreators.com. But I really love this tool. I think it's a really good investment. I know you can go down the Unreal Engine route, the Unity route, and maybe a few other third-party engines if you like that. But, well, this is technically a third-party engine. But, well, is it? No, it's just a less popular engine. It's not a third-party engine. But I think this is really great, and it's a good way to quickly whip up some things with pure code. Yeah, it kind of sucks to build models, but that's why you can buy assets. And yeah, you can really get started in a video game, making a video game just like that. It's really cool. So let me see here. Is there anything else major? No, I think that's it for now. I'm going to save this. I'm going to put this, probably make a video on, like, well, I do have a video here, but I might actually make a video of like the demonstration and stuff like that on my GitHub. You could download this code and play around with it, but yeah. Let me see here. It's roughly around an hour, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the live stream a little short tonight. Got some things I need to work on the website, work on some other projects. I want to kind of clean around this because I've been just putting that robot together, which I wanted the chassis to be done before I did videos on it, so I got that done finally, and I'm going to figure out on my own how to get the H bridges connected to the Arduino, and then have that Raspberry Pi right here, be able to do some vision processing, also have the app game kit software on there, and I want to get a Nuke computer, which it's not Nook, it's Nuke, N-U-C, and it's an Intel computer. It's literally like this big. It's like a Mac Mini but PC version. And I'm going to try to, I'll probably only have enough for a dual core. I want to get a quad core because some of the software I've been working on here and there has been really complex, and it takes a lot of processing, especially with OpenCV integrated. But let me see here. I think that's pretty much it. But make sure to stick around for when this video is out. The GitHub should be in the description. I know I need to work on a few of like the thumbnails. I need to work a little bit on some things here and there, which I'll take care of tonight. But I really appreciate you guys and girls stopping by, watching my video, stuff like that. Really appreciate it. Make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to share this video. I feel like that I'm definitely going to have a lot of golden pieces I can add on to your development stack, whether if that's game dev, whether if that's web development or Windows applications. Like my first live stream was building a custom scripting language in C#, built on Lua, so technically it's Lua with the extension of any of your C# functions or methods. And then the second live stream is Node.js and MySQL, or MySQL, whichever way you want to say it. And that I haven't finished, and that one I'm planning on doing in the next live stream. But I basically just go over how SQL works, how Node.js works, how to set it up, use Express, Pinot Logger, get to use the MySQL library, just different things like that. I might even jump into some Swagger JS doc and redoc, so you can actually display the the API using, I don't know how to say it, YAML, is it? YAML? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's YAML. It's like the opposite of YAML would be JSON. It's really annoying a little bit with the indents, but it's still pretty cool. Get to use like a JS doc version of it, and then it displays into a web page that they can easily get. But anyways, just some things going on in my life. Been working hard at all the stuff I've just been saying. Trying to get into this YouTube stuff again, not just because I'm like, oh, I can make a buck. It's more so because I really want to do it. I want to find some community of people that are into this, while at the exact same time I'm helping someone else, because I feel like I could definitely help someone out in game dev or whatever development. It could be robots, it could be anything. So I guess my main focus is to focus on one thing at a time, because I want to do like 10 things at once. I guess per live stream could be a topic. It's always going to be Q&A, it's always going to be talking with chat. I've seen other people do it and it's really cool, so I figured I would do that too, because, well, even if I said I wouldn't do that, I would just naturally do that. I always check over here because I don't know if someone's watching text or typing stuff, but yeah, I really want to work on this YouTube thing. I want to see it grow. I want to see the community we can create and see what we can do with it. And I am definitely planning on making a lot of open source stuff. And I'm not saying you have to add on to it and I'm gonna like use it for something. That's not what I'm saying. I want to make a community of, it could be hardware people too. I'm not being like, oh, it's only software developers. No, obviously I have a robot here. I'm working on some electrical and some mechanical engineering, but I want to build a community of engineers that further push what open source anything can do. And yeah, I'm kind of thinking about selling this game a little bit, but I'm obviously gonna have the tidbits and GitHub and stuff, so I think that's pretty good for now. So I guess I'll leave it off here. Thank you for watching. Again, like, subscribe, hit the bell, share. Check out my channel if you want to look at my social media. I'm going to try to add in my website hopefully tonight, if not tomorrow, so you guys can check that out. It's going to be a WordPress site, I believe, because that seems easy to put together. Anyways, thank you for watching, guys and girls. Appreciate you all, and I will see you later. Sound like I'm stroking on it last moment. See you guys.